Beautiful morning to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 411 edition of InvestData Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I would say that the global market, today being the last trading day of the week, there has been on a mixed note as to speak. Most of this market opened down, while some are marginally up, regarding to what to the outcome of the data that were released on Wednesday concerning the consumer price index for U.S. economy that was in also looking up again. This has sent a kind of a signal that the Fed might likely delay their rate cut. And also, we saw that in Europe that the Bank of England has also, sorry, ECB, not Bank of England, has given a sign, yes, that the rate cut is underway. And that is, people are asking it right in the mature market, which of the big central banks in the world will first cut rate to signal rate cut, or what we call dove, the dovish signal to say that we are seeing an easing now, or losing in terms of rate. These are what the market across the globe are digesting. And on that, if you look at what has happened in the Asia market. Asia market, as to speak, are reacting to the high inflation that came in US, that has sent a signal that the Fed might not also kind of start reducing rates now. And also seeing that the what is happening in Asia, what you mean the Middle East, that the tension might likely escalate more than what, because we are seeing that Iran is one or the other finding way of attacking Israel, and that also was involved. On that, we saw that oil price also pulled back despite all this. I see that the market, both the equity market and the commodity market, were seeing a mixed trend also so far. But in equity market, just across the globe again, as to speak, we expect to see that inflation is going to change a lot of things. And also, the earning season that also has kicked up in this mature economy. Q1 number is already hitting most of this market gradually, but I believe that next week we're going to see more of first quarter earnings from mature economy, and that will change the face of the market. Even here in Nigeria, we saw one of the the power company that was newly listed on the exchange about 2 years ago has released the Q1 number. Also, we're seeing that the numbers are not looking bad, and we see that the reform in the oil and the power sector had to impact that industry. We'll come to that when we come to Nigeria market. We're still looking at what is happening in the foreign market. As we speak now, this is certainly a lot of signal. And also, if you look at what Japan in that same Asia market, we saw that China trade export drop for the month of March. That's also saying that China economy is still weak. It's also looking at all this. Despite we saw in Singapore, we saw a positive GDP in Singapore, and also in South Korea, also we saw the same thing. But in Japan, we see that there's always a signal that Japan is going to experience what we call a higher prices in terms of inflation, and that's also even that we saw that for the today we saw Friday that the Japan market inch up marginally today, but in that Asia market there's still mixed trend among the market there, the regional market and all those. So this is because of what is happening in US. This in the inflation figure I've seen, and also we are going to expect more data across this global economy, different countries in the world. Their inflation data for the month of March this season, that will give more impact on the market, and also give insight what investors should also expect at this time in that market. But we won't leave the US market alone. If you look at US market as we speak now, US market also is a bit flat in terms of market. After we seeing the previous day sell off, because of what? Because of inflation data that came that sent a signal that there might be a delay to what in rate cut that trigger sell off. But today, I think that the market is a bit mixed, not strong, not in the red, just mixed to see some out of the three major, indicators there, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, and the S&P. I think that they are still volatile in terms of movement. Yes, like I said, today we're seeing a bit stability, in the market in that environment in US just after the market have reacted to the inflation figure that came, and was below expectation, because it hit up, and that sent a signal that yes, this might trigger another rate high. But because on the strength of this first quarter ending at the just started, investors are looking at to see how this banking result also change sentiment in the market. Like I said earlier, UK market, I think that UK economy has returned to growth, and that is a plus for the Asia and the Europe economy, or Europe zone market. And also, with crude oil price is set also to end the week lower, despite the kind of escalated the Middle East, which I've said earlier. But I believe that despite that, we're seeing that the oil price is also closing the week almost at 6 months high. That's it, that these are the things that are changing the market, the sentiment across the globe. The big banks are set to raise the results, in US. Don't forget that when results start coming, there's a war for changing sentiment, and that's why numbers are very, very important anywhere. That's why every investor don't look for company numbers. These banking figures is all important for what for investors in that environment. This will also give them what is happening. Also, we expect that big names in there will also that like Citibank, the JP Morgan and others. That also gives investor insight of what to expect. As we expect. Also, bank down here in Nigeria, we have seen, we're coming to those results here. We have seen that the banks in Nigeria, actually the figures, we have seen that most of them are released what their full year results, all eyes on their Q1. That also will focus on our earnings analysis today to see where to go. Like this earnings is what we government trying to change the face of the market. Yes, we feel that the big caps have also suffered outflow in mature economy, a lot of profit taking, and also the consumer price index that we have just said earlier has also changed sentiment. You can see because this figure that came, inflation was faster than expected. That also is also militating on the market. But see, market is trying to find its course in mature economy. UK economy, as I told you, has returned back, and crude oil is set to close the week low, despite the escalating issues or sentiment we are seeing concerning the conflict in that region, in the Middle East region, and what is happening also in Ukraine and Russia. Yes, down to Nigeria here, our market, Africa market is still very, very minimal. We are seeing a strong pullback in the market this morning here in Nigeria as a result of what high cap stocks also looking red. Why I mean red? There's a sell-off in some of the big names in the market, and that also are reflected on the market. We'll come down back to that. Let's quickly look at the earnings that were released from the banking sector, so I can just have a bit of what is expected for investors in terms of a Q1 number of this financial. Don't forget that any economy, banking sector is any other economy, and their performance as a way of triggering what activities. But I know that in our market here today in Nigeria, apart from the new listing of other sectors like the telecom, the power sector, the utility sector that we are seeing in Nigeria, so the coming of boa food and all those cement and all those stuff, bank sector remain the toast of investors in Nigeria. Until today, it remains most active sector, I will tell you, in terms of volume activities, but others, because of high price, they have dominated what the index that when all this high cap stuff sneeze, the market will catch their cold. But you must look at where can you trade in in terms of volume, and traders like me and like you know it is real bank that give, and because of also they are well regulated, it also keep attraction for foreign investors and all that. That's why you must understand what is happening in the banking sector and their numbers and all to know how consistent they are in terms of payouts. And I'll tell you in our market, in each of this market, the most consistent industries that have really paid dividend is what, and even grow their payout is what the banking sector. That's why no day we will discuss the market both in the the Q&A will not refer to the bank because it remains a strong factor to reckon with in our market because it remains the most active in terms of volume and then also marketability. No time you want to sell banking stock, not see who pick it like other industry or not. But for me, that's why today give our attention on what that's why we're focusing on this FUGA. On this FUGA, yes, we have seen the result of see how impressive that number is, but also we have seen the one that came from UBA, the one that came from ZENITH Bank, that came from GT Code. Why for FBN Holding is still their unaudited account that we're using in this comparison that I've just displayed on the screen now. We're going to look at them. But for the one that I've seen their audited account is Access, GT Code, UBA, and ZENITH Bank. And I want to look at these numbers here, but because of our time, we'll just look at the comparison here, and then we'll now conclude and we'll do more analysis on them on Saturday meeting by 12, so that you can ask questions and also answer will be given there. You can also feel free to send your question through all our social media and through our WhatsApp also. Yes, look at what is happening in ZENITH Bank. ZENITH Bank, I'll tell you, ZENITH Bank has become the darling of what of Nigerian investor. Why? This is a bank that consistently for the past 7 years has grown their earnings, their profitability level, in the green for straight 7 years in Nigeria to remain the most profitable banks. And they tell you, yes, you might see another figures, they might not be there, but when the bank is profitable, that the bank is active and also they are generating their what, they are sweating their what, their shareholders fund. That's what it is to generate fund, generate profit for you. And look at the number that came from Zenith Bank. I will tell you that their gross earnings for the year ended 2023, December 31st, moved from 945.6 billion to 2.13 trillion in 2023. That's about what? About almost 125%, 124% up in the green. For me, it's a good one. Yes, we know that, yes, if you look at interest income for this bank, who they're going to discuss, they have seen impact of it. Also, the FS gain. But at the end of the day, these banks have also improved because the policy that we have seen kind of rate hike for almost more than 2 years has impacted in this bank. But it's not only in this Zenith Bank. That's most of all the banks have enjoyed it. But I'm saying that Zenith Bank for straight 7 years have been constantly leading in the market as well as the most profitable bank in Nigeria. If you look at the PAT, which you can see that PAT moved from 223.9 billion to 676.91 billion, representing about 200% up in it. These are triple digits we are seeing from this company, from this bank. For me, it's a good one. EPS and this 676.9 no 1 billion billion translate to what, to 21 naira 55 kobo earning per share against 7 naira 14 kobo earning per share. If you look at the profit margin for the period, they also improved from 23.7 to 31.74%. Is that despite the cost on environment, even also the cost of expanding their business, that they are also able to manage their cost. That means in every 1 naira they have made in their gross earnings, about 30 kobo or 32 kobo is being retained as what, as profit. For me, it's a good one. It shows also efficiency in this bank. That means that risk management and all. You can see the impact. Then you also look at the final, which investor like you and I are very interested. It's a dividend payout. But this company has grown their payout from 90 kobo, 290 kobo to what, to 3 naira 50 kobo. And don't forget that about 2 classes ago, I told you that the emphasis on dividend yield of 10% of your price, that it is not the best way of analyzing. But what you look at is the company growing their earnings and also growing their payout. If the company growing their earnings and growing their payout, it might like to price also go, but if a company price is not moving, I see that the yield is high, but because of what, the price is not moving. You can't, for me, that is not a way to know, because it might be that the other price is falling and you are seeing high yield. And even though they are not going their payout because price is going down, but when the price is going up, and it's going up and price is going up, that is the best way to know that this company is acting. I see that, like, look at what it was an uptrend. That uptrend, both earnings, both payout, both the yield, everything is going up. Both top line all going up. That is what. That's why at the end of the day, look at what the cash flow of this bank to see if their cash flow, yes, looking good, but at times because of the nature of the bank, their cash flow must be in negative. But it's not a problem because we understand the nature of their business. But a bank that has good cash flow and also that can sustain their expansion. For me, their earnings. Sorry, that's what we need to look at. For me, this is the result that every investor in the market would like to see. That of UBA is also not bad, very attractive. But look at the comparison that we are seeing on this screen right away. You can see that looking at the screen, you can see how these banks have done excellently well, especially the Fugas. All eyes are still on the end of Fidelity, that of FCMB, Telebank, Jaiz Bank, and others. We have seen that of Fidelity, that of Stanbic, or we are yet to see that of ETI. But these are the ones that we have seen now. But I said earlier that of FBN Holding is what it's unaudited account for the year. It's also audited for 2023. For others are what audited account. You can see that the top line there is what the gross earning of this bank. Look at the gross earning. You can see that our banks are strong. That means our banks have joined the trillion club now. You can see many of the banks have joined the trillion club, which for me is a good one. So that means trillion club in terms of earnings, and also look at also their capitalization. Yeah, the capitalization is yet to join trillion, but most of them are already in trillion in terms of capitalization. But if you look at the earnings now, they have joined all those big names like the Dangotes, the NTNs, those are trillion companies, Airtel and all those. But now the banks cannot be pushed away from the market. That's why you can see that they are now in trillions. That is that these banks are healthy and also generating money. We know that yes, we are seeing the impact of what FS, which we are not expect to see that much this year because of our stability in the naira now, which is good for us. But I believe that because of the interest rates remain high, even at this first quarter and going to second quarter, this bank are likely to also to post a better number because of what interest rate is high. If you look at the next one is what their interest income. None of these banks are really far from what good earnings in terms of interest income. Look at the life of UBA, Access Bank, and Zenith Bank. They are above $1 trillion no income, interest income. Even with their expenses at the end of the day, their net no interest income is also very, very attractive. That of UPA is about 700 and no 707 billion. No, Zenith Bank is about 695 billion. No, for me, it's a good one. And you can see that Zenith are the highest in terms of what net interest income in all the world in all the figures. You can see about 736.1.18, followed by what UBA 707.1.54 billion for 20. Then next is what is assets 600. And for me, assets is no for investors in assets. Assets is what that it's a growth company at the same time a value company. There's a lot of things going for assets in terms of expansion, which is here to reflect on their bottom line with time. That's it. But for me, Zenith have really lead in the industry. You can see it here, both leading in what in net income and also in profit after tax. If you look at our concern here, look at the impairment for the period, or right back to all these banks also have you can see the impairment charges here. I say that if if there is such impairment at this time, and now we are seeing a lot of headwinds in the economy, that's why I think that most of the banks are not led. Even with the CPA making it that more less about 65%, or no, they all call deposit to the deposit to loan to deposit rate about 65%. Most of them are not, because you can see that the provision for a bad loan has increased for these institutions. For me, that's why most of them will be playing what in the fixed income market, and that's why we are seeing that the interest income is part of it. Trading also is part of it. This I think for me, this is why I said that the banks will remain what in profit, even with this CPM policy, and also with the planned capitalization. There's no cost allowed for the fugger. Already, if you look at the earnings, the profit alone for 2023 alone, you can see that most of these banks, profit after tax is almost above the 500 billion that is required for the international category. You can see it here yourself. This is a signal. And for me, no investor should panic, because I told you earlier in this class that there's a lot of opportunity in this sector. Or that once we start seeing the guideline, they will send to CBN. That also said of how to also we as well to navigate this season from 2024 to 2026 to be trading or playing around the banking stuff. We will make money there, because I believe that no banks, especially the figures, will want to go under, or want to post number that will not be appealing to their investors or to the market, and also not attract more investment to themselves. For me, that is why you need to be there at the end of the day. You look at what is happening here now. Like I told you, look at the profit after tax of this bank, and also if you say let's remove the FX gain that of this company, and also the derivative form of that have impacted this bank. You now say the real profit of this bank. That's why when we talk about UBA, that UBA has to talk about why UBA is one of the banks in Nigeria that moved earlier to expand outside Nigeria, and they're earning dollar. It's also paying they're already in them. So that UBA is the only bank that can see that yet you can start removing FX gain, removing the derivative and all those stuff, finance and also gain. That's why UBA is still standing about 123.992 billion outside. Or that means whether all this one, look at UBA position for me. That of assets about 84.63 billion, and it's about 8.34 billion, and that of GTO about 97.887 billion, and what of that of FBI holding is about the negative of both. Every price have been up because of what momentum investing, and also for interest. We call it a personality behind movement. The movement we are seeing FBI holding is not because of the results we are seeing, because of the personality of the people behind that bank, especially the new chairman that has been elected, and that chairman also part of it. His story, his antecedent that changed the face of the bank, and that's why totally you might not avoid FBI holding. Their way of, because of all the holding structure is changing, and even though when most of these banks are going to change their holding structure, also they dilute their earnings and also dilute their holdings. All this is also going to change the market board, because we are seeing that the president and the chairman of FBN holding has the way of also turning things around. That also might also impact positively on FBN holding. These are the things that investors should look at this time, because as we speak now, these are the factors to consider looking at what the banking sector. I will tell you that the result that came from them, as we are saying here, UBA, we have seen the Access Bank, Zenith Bank, and that of GT Code, and that of FBN holding. It gives you a lot of insight on what is happening on these banks. For me, there's no cost for that. We now look at this robust balance sheet of these banks. This balance sheet that these banks are healthy and strong. You can see the net assets of our banks. This way I did the figures. You can see how robust their balance sheet is. It's a good one. It's a sign. If you look at the assets, total assets, That's that assets is leading on total assets, and if assets can swell this total assets about 26 trillion. No, for me, it's a good one. You can see UBA no 2020 as the Zenith Bank. You can see that of only GT code is a bit lower than all, about 9.6. I can tell you that. They also tell you that the kind of business but if you look at all this, you see that in terms of efficiency, you are seeing also improvement in GT code in terms of efficiency. That's why their forms of two levels that they are already measuring with the figures in terms of in terms of performance. Says that every bank has its own what we call the advantage, competitive advantage, which you can see that Zenith Bank has its own style of management, while UB has its own style, Access Bank, GT Code, and FBN. These are the figures that you need to look at. What is their business mood? Who are the people behind them? What is the structure? What is the personality behind them? And how do they move? These are the things that are important. But in all, look at the net assets, which is a shareholders fund. Net assets of these banks are considered they are in trillions, just like what we say at the gross earnings. You can see that, but CBN, as stylishly said, this net assets will not be part of what that is the shareholders fund. Not be part of it. Now, especially the retained earnings, which is majorly part of this net assets. That won't be part. Fine, it's a good one, but I tell that these banks, as a way of converting this huge fund that is lying there, into something that will also support their new capital structure. I believe that for those that are these banks, don't to panic, but only that you have to go for information and also look at forward to see the world, focus on the plan that they're sending to CBN to see how was earlier before now. I've seen that GT could have notified the market of is right issue about almost 500 billion right issue about 300, sorry, and that of assets would have done that, but we're here to hear from UBA and Zenith Bank. All these are moved forward. Also, before now, we've seen that UBA would also notify the market about their right issue and public offer. No, only Zenith and Zenith and the UBA were here to see their plan for their operation, but others were seeing a heavy move already. That means for me, there's no cost for us. These banks will stand alone, and also they will still remain on international banks or international category. For me, there's no panic forward for us in the market. Yes, because of our time, quickly to go back to the market to see and look at the market itself right now. Market also is also oscillating. Market before now has been in red more than almost above 1%, 1 point something percent, right? But right now, market is also going down gradually. You can see that the face of the market is changing. This morning, being the last trading day of the week, after the 3 days long holiday, we see that the market entities or dynamic changes this morning. We see a lot of changes. We saw that some stock, there are some sell-off in some stock. So that tells you that investors understand that this pullback operation is an opportunity for you to buy, especially if you have your entry and your exit strategy. That's why every investor in the market must have a plan. And different for you to understand that you are changing your plan. Not just having a plan, changing your plan, and also looking at your plan with what having access to what access to the right information, the right tools, and also the right mind for you to want to take that action. That will change your portfolio. You need to have this at the back of your mind as a trader or investor. For people look at the market, the data of the right way as to speak at this hour. I think that our market is still very, very much in the red. But I told you earlier at the beginning that the high cap stores have pushed the market into the red position. And as speak, the position remains the same right away that the market is in red as a result of sell off in the share of Dangote that have put the market down. Even we are seeing that all those stores that are trying to resist decline, even transport and release that are not too good, that are but payout was poor. I think that's trying to resist further decline. Why we are seeing that the life of Dangote have put the market down. As we speak now, market is 102,459.74, down by 587.25. Representing 0.58, almost 0.6 as we speak now. But if you look at market, the market breadth is very, very also negative. They have to say what called market internal is still in the red. Market internal is having 25 losers as we speak now against 8 gainers right away. But look at the top losers that will become clear. We're seeing that the top losers are Dangote Sugar, FGN Cocoa, Multiverse. Multiverse for me, yes, they adjusted for 15 Kobo dividend today, and also Universal Insurance and GTCO. These are the top losers right away as we speak. So if you look at the gainers start, we're seeing that Guinness Nigeria is also leading, followed by Transcorp also 9.9, Guinness 10%. Owando is also 9.6. But I see the life of LLA and also that communication. These are the top gainers as we speak. Yes, if you look at terms of volume, I see that volume about 114 million shares are traded in Zenith Bank, followed by GTCO, UBA 101 million shares traded, GTCO about 69.8 million shares, and Transcorp 55.43 million shares traded on Transcorp. And next is what NEM Insurance. NEM Insurance is doing 9 naira 55 people traded 30 million shares right away. That's why the market is very, very strong at this week hour, and this is the state of the market as we speak. For people, most of our time today, might not do more on the chart, but let's take a look at what the market is. Look at the chart now. You can see a strong pullback here. Look at, you can see here, this is a strong what we call a gap down, sharp gap down this morning. I think the market trying to resist more, to not to go further. But that's the market has another strong support level at around the 100 and the around about 100 and about 101 point 100,225. This is strong support we're going to see here and here. You can see there. This is the first one here where you can see this dotted line, and that's where the market is now. It breaks out of that. The next one is this point here. The next resistance support level that we're looking at. Market might rebound at this point. That's why we want to keep our eyes in the market. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. What we're seeing nice about the day chart. Look at 1 hour chart to give us insight. What is the 1 hour chart saying? 1 hour chart saying that you can see that the market has to resist a decline. You can see that after pullback, you can see this green here. The market is trying to go up again at this hour. There's no cause for alarm. Let's keep our finger crossed. This for 1 hour chart. Yes, Dangote have changed the face of the market because it had lost. That's why I put the market down here. I believe that going to the future, once our eye is focused on what on the Q1 number and also the inflation data we expected for the month of March to come out by next week, that will also send more signal and also give market direction as we expect. Yeah. Look at the 4 hour chart, 2 hours first, then look at 4 hours chart. There might not have time to look at individual stock, which we will be doing by Monday, by God's grace, on this platform. Yes, look at also market is also down. To look at it 4 hours chart, look at it like this. You can see that market is trying to resist the decline at this point after this gap down here. On this note, we say thank you and also see you on Monday. Hopefully, enjoy the rest of your trading day as a buy. Yes.